Hi Sagittarius, here is a general look at your solar chart for December 2014, and may I wish you a happy birthday. And at this time of the year, with the sun in your sign, it's a good time for doing the sorts of things that you just know you need to do for yourself, or you just want to do for yourself, and be a bit more self-indulgent because you do have the permission slip now. And some of you might be looking back and reflecting on things. As the month kicks off, Mars is demanding that you put more energy and decisiveness in getting organized in physical ways, also material ways, like with the piggy bank, or with property, or with possessions, or with your space, you know. So you'll get this kind of urge to make decisions about your bit of territory, or maybe it's somebody else's bit of territory and you're helping out, but you could be striving to get your hands on certain things, and being very sort of proactive and dynamic. Actually, that's been going on since over the whole of November, as a matter of fact. That sort of Mars pointing you in that direction and making you more actively engaged in anything to do with incomings and outgoings, but anything to do with health and diet, and maybe medicines, treatments, supplements, complementary therapies, and the like. So the sun is in the area of your own sign, and so is Mercury, and so is Venus, and this is great. This is Venus in a very gregarious and sociable mood, you coming across as being very approachable, you actually being more in the mood now to step out there a bit, and maybe feeling better in your skin, maybe feeling more balance coming in there. Maybe it's not like that. Maybe it's just that this self-indulgence I was telling you about, you know, maybe you're going in for a makeover, or whatever it is. And this energy is swirling around you, sort of tinging your aura with a sort of, I don't know, what color would it be? Kind of champagne pink and gold, maybe. Or something which is very kind of lovely blues. So yeah, and a bit of gold as well. But yes, this energy is a valuable asset, because if you want to put yourself forward for something, or if you're going after something, then you're likely to do better materially, but also others are more likely to like your style and just find something about you, or whatever it is you're plugging, maybe to be more attractive. And as I say, Mercury's in there too, and Mercury is making you more helping you. None of the planets can make us really anything, but helping you, sort of oiling the wheels, helping you to be more articulate, and maybe there is a need for you to be able to communicate better. Maybe is going to be a need for you to get your head around new things, learn new things. Maybe there's more paperwork, because Mercury can bring that. Or maybe you as the advisor, or you consulting with an advisor. And so there is this information stream constantly, you know, and you're picking up on it, and maybe you're taking action because of it, or you're putting it out there. So you're sourcing it, or you're putting it out there, and it's giving you those little nuggets of information which you need. And at times there may be quite a lot coming at you, and you can feel a bit scattered and a bit jittery and a bit nervy because of the Mercury energy, which does rule the nervous system. So you need to engineer quiet times, down times for yourself whenever you can. From the 11th, Venus moves out of there. In fact, they're all going to move out of that particular area. Venus is first, and then Mercury on the 17th, and then the Sun on the 22nd. So they're all pulling up out of your sign and going into the next sign. For you, this is about money, property. In fact, picking up the thread of where Mars left off, because Mars was in there until the 5th. and the practical side, basic stuff. Roof over the head, food in the belly, money on the table, that sort of thing. And you may be feeling as though you're teaming up with someone there to which is helping you in who is helping you in practical ways, or supporting you in practical ways, or indeed you are supporting somebody and helping somebody in practical ways, because we can always turn the energies around. They're either coming through us or coming at us, and it's usually a mixture of the both. So, and you, especially when Mercury comes in there, more on your mind may be the money side of things, or may not be like that. It may be the side of things which you set great store by, which you're prioritizing, which you're putting a value on. And so there'll be more thinking about this. I have to say, with Venus in there from the 11th, she will tend to oil the wheels. She will tend to help you be successful in that area, of that material area, that physical area. And you could not do too badly in that area there. And it's not just about external things like possessions and property, which it very much is, and also practical, useful things like equipment and stuff, just stuff. It's all about stuff, really. It's also about your physical, because it's the house of I have. The house before is the house of I am, which is your sun sign house. But that's your self-identity. But this is the house of I have. So we not only have and gather paraphernalia around us and all sorts of things that we associate various feelings with in our life, but also things which are useful, which serve us. But we also have our physical body, and we have our health, and we have our talents. So this month, December, is going to very much be lighting up that area there, with Mercury in there coming in after Venus, and then the Sun landing in there from the 22nd onwards. And that means, again, the emphasis on finances, the emphasis on material properties and possessions, but also on anything to do with what you have, and how you can improve it, how you can work with it differently in a more practical way, capitalize on it, maybe ditch it. Maybe there's some things you have that you don't want to have, so ditching it, and then getting your hands on whatever it is that you want to replace that, because it's a much more quality to you. So this is the area of quality. This is the area of what you really do appreciate most now. And this is also the area of Pluto. And Venus is going to be going across Pluto on the 19th, between the 19th and the 21st. Mercury is going to be going across Pluto between the 24th and the 26th. But the Moon is going to be going across Pluto on the 22nd to the 23rd. So that makes about a week between the 19th and the 26th, where there could be some intense moments. There could be a feeling of, maybe an emotional feelings coming in there. There could be breakthrough. There could be transition. There could be also the sorts of thinking which is drilling right down to get to the nitty-gritty. You know, what is the root of this here? And that can be related to your health, that can be related to money, property, and all of those other things that I listed before. You know, basic stuff, you know, roof over the head, food in the belly, clothes on the back, but also related to what you truly hold as what you value now. Because your sense of values, probably since Pluto came in here, which was around about 2008, will have changed. What you said was your top priority then probably isn't going to be your top priority now. So there's all of that going on there. Also with Venus in there, if you are in the sort of buying, selling, renting, leasing, you know, this more mundane side of life, then which is, you know, what we all have to live, then you're likely to do a little bit better with that. And this feeling of transition, this feeling of a breakthrough, but also this feeling of a bit of coercion can be going on as well. Maybe in a relationship, or maybe because of a relationship. It can be a one-to-one working relationship, or it can be in your personal life. This feeling of power struggle, this feeling of push me, pull me, this feeling of seesaw, or you would say maybe some of you teeter-totter. But this can be a very insightful time, particularly in that week between the 19th and the 26th. Okay, and then Mars moves on the 5th and goes into your solar communications area. And this is kind of more up your street, Sagittarius, because this is, yes, it's going to accelerate your mental processes, but also there will probably be more paperwork, more need to speak, write, connect with others, and this feeling of, you know, this feeling of information exchange, but also more comings and goings maybe, or more on your mind to do with information, teaching, learning, comings, goings, vehicles. It can be communications equipment, computers and the like. It can also be that as well. And it can also be very much to do with siblings or soul brothers and sisters, or just those that you mix and mingle with. So some of you will be making new associations, some of you will be making new friends. Of course, it takes a little while for an association to turn into a friend, unless, of course, it's one of those magic moment friends. But that's the kind of thing that could be going on there. However, you won't be backwards and coming forwards with what's on your mind. You will definitely be more in the mood to get this off your chest. Some of you could be, you know, scribbling away, writing, or maybe it's scribbling away, writing like that. And this is a good time to float a new concept or body of work. However, there may be tensions at times, because you can just feel overloaded with how much you've got on your mind. Okay, but in general, there could be, you can be successful, you can be more decisive. You really can be making up your mind now about something, and then coming out with it, hopefully in a diplomatic way, because we all know Sagittarians can really put their foot in their mouth sometimes, as they are oh so nicely and well-meaningly hitting somebody over the head with the truth as they see it. So anyway, you can be proactive and productive and successful and proud of yourself through media, through communications, through education, negotiations, anything where, you know, you're in this information exchange, and you can be more assertive, or at least more decisive, but hopefully more, remember the diplomacy bit. Okay, and then of course now the big news is that Saturn is coming out of the sign before yours, where it's been helping you to clear the decks from the past, clearing the baggage, tying up the loose ends, and is coming into your sign. So you Sagittarians born in the last 10 days, or with from 26 degrees rising, are going to feel the energy of Saturn in the sign before yours, Scorpio. And then from the 24th, you Sagittarians born in the first couple of days, actually it's not strictly on the 24th, it'll be a little bit before the 24th, but you Sagittarians born in the first couple of days, or with 0 to 1 degrees rising, and a bit really, will feel this energy the most. In fact, the whole sign will tend to feel it, but the further you are away from the ingress of Saturn, then the more muted it will be. But the whole sign is going to be feeling, you know, whenever I say feel it the most with any of the planets, the whole sign is going to be subject to this in lessening degrees. So Saturn enters your sign. So here we are, you know, trumpeting and drums rolling. This is the beginning of a 2.5-year cycle, but it's going to come in a couple of bits, because this first entrance of Saturn into your sign is going to be up until June, and then Saturn will actually move backwards into the sign before yours, where the same sort of clearing up from the past and clearing up to do with doing inner work and inner stuff, and psychological stuff and maybe healing stuff and that kind of stuff will be going on, but also maybe some great project that you've got going. I mean, it's not going to stop just because Saturn comes into your house. In fact, into your sign. In fact, it could even get more, you could feel more driven and it gets more serious. In fact, everything is like to get more for real now with Saturn coming into your sign. You know, no more like this ivory tower theorizing and abstracts, but dotting the I's, crossing the T's. And this is, as I call it, the wake up and smell the coffee and get real planet. So it is the planet of limitation. So we can get our wings clipped only to the degree of what we need in order to know our limitations. And once we are strong in the knowledge of our limitations, we can then apply ourselves from that point there, from that perspective. And this will mean, in general, it's a very long transit, that turns of events will help you learn. And some of these will be hard lessons, but learn through responsibilities and through pressures and through adversities how to concentrate your energies, how to be self-disciplined and slowly, steadily build through routines, through self-discipline, through the reality of the everyday. And the reality of the everyday isn't the same for everyone, because some people, you know, kind of astral travel. So that's their reality of everyday. It's not going to be the unremitting, grey, grim grind. It can be really quite a jolly everyday, but you got to keep that grit, that got kind of steely glint in your eye, because you're getting there, you're getting there, you're getting there. And that is what this one is about. And there will be more on that one later. And then, of course, your ruling planet, Jupiter, will be working happily out of its own house in your solar chart, the 9th. So this will go some way to softening for you early Saggies, this feeling of, okay, things aren't going as quickly or as smoothly as they have been. And this is your ruling planet, and it's in your house as well, the 9th house, you being the 9th sign, you see. Oh, it's, you know, it's really kind of clever, this astrology stuff. So your mental world is, you're going to learn so much through doing. You're going to, like, you'll be biting the bullet, you'll be sucking and seeing, you will be figuring out through experience what works, what doesn't work, what fits, what doesn't fit. So you chuck that bit out and keep that bit, and on and on and on. So whatever it's about, whether it's a field of interest, whether it's an intellectual study, whether it's academia, whether it's travel, whether it's different cultures, whether it's something that you're doing for yourself, because you're trying to solve a problem, or whether it's an enterprise, you will learn through the doing, the lessons. You will take the essence of it and learn. And it's a great vibration as well for broadcasting onto a larger stage, like if you were doing something online, or if you were writing something, or if you were doing something through the arts. This is a great one for getting it out there, beating the drum on something and putting it out there and sharing it with others. This is an expansive area, and you are likely to meet the teacher you need. But on the other hand, the teacher in you, as you are the sage of the zodiac, Sagittarius, the teacher in you is likely to be seen more by others as well. And you, Saggies born mid-month, particularly round about mid-month, with 20 to 23 degrees rising, I'm going to feel that energy the most. And I'm just looking at my clock here because I'm fast running out of time. There can be some confusion and uncertainty and a feeling of sacrifice in your home area, particularly for you Saggies born in the first week. I wish you a wonderful time during the festive season. I hope it all goes wonderfully well for you, and I'll see you